Welcome to your latest Nottingham Forest news. Coming up on today's video, Morgan snubbed by England. Will this trigger a move away from the City ground? Willie gets an extension. Bayern wants Nuno, apparently. And should Spence be brought home? All this and plenty more coming up on today's latest Nottingham Forest news. Let's get into it. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your latest Nottingham Forest news. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Let's get 420 likes today. You guys smashed it yesterday. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And go check out the latest football prizes gift that they've got. A signed Chris Wood shirt with Insta wins on Elanga, Reina, and Taiwo. Okay, let's kick this off with Morgan Gibbs-White. Now, Morgan Gibbs-White was recently snubbed by England for a call-up to the 30-man squad. Now, I don't think himself thinks he will get on the plane going to the Euros this summer, but at least a call-up to a squad where he has better stats than the likes of Maddison. He has actually more assists than the likes of Foden and Cole Palmer. And Morgan Gibbs-White did not take too kindly to this, as he went to social media and decided to post a cryptic set of emojis. Laughing face, laughing face. Man, has it got to the stage where we've been talking about emojis this week? Anyway, clearly Morgan Gibbs-White's feelings were hurt. And I can understand it. Look, under Southgate, is Southgate ever going to pick anyone that isn't one of his favourites? We know that historically has been the way he's done it. But maybe this is going to now trigger the thoughts in Morgan Gibbs-White's mind that he is going to have to progress to the so-called Big Six clubs if he is looking to enhance his England and international ambitions. And we all know very clearly that this is one of his priorities. Why? Because earlier this year he did an interview with Sky Sports where they asked him about his best moment, and he said it was winning with England in the summer tournament last year. And he did apologise to the Forest fans. He said it was bigger than staying up. So, which is fine by me. Stuart Pearce's ambitions were always England first. He loved his country. And if Morgan Gibbs-White has the same ambitions, fine. It is what it is. But this is very worrying, because this for me is a clear indicator that Morgan Gibbs-White, while under Forest, while under the current form he's in, will have to work twice as hard as every other English player to get into Southgate's plans. Now, Southgate's plans may be short-lived and may only last for this summer, because there are rumours that he's going to Manchester United. Please, God, let it be true. Let it be true. And then we can get rid of his boring style of football that we're seeing on the international base, even if England were to win the tournament, which I'm sure they're quite favourite to do. But will Morgan Gibbs-White outlast that at his time at Nottingham Forest? And I think this is yet another indicator that he may be considering a move away to further enhance his chances. No doubt he's probably had a chat with the likes of Gareth Southgate to ask him, mate, what have I got to do to get in? Fighting in a relegation battle all season, putting in the assist numbers, which put him only, I think, behind Ollie Watkins on assists in the Premier League. Yes, it was about 4 or 5 others in that club as well. But his ambitions are probably going to start to outreach what he thinks he can achieve at Nottingham Forest. But what do you guys think about this one? Should Morgan have been called up to the England squad? And would he have got a sniff with the likes of the ones I've mentioned, Maddison, Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, etc.? Could he have got a chance? But at the end of the day, at his age, the experience would have done him the world of good. Now, he's not a pup anymore, coming into his mid-20s. So he's going to need to accelerate his ambitions and his chances to get into the England squad. What do you guys think? Get your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, we have more good news for you today, as it was announced late yesterday afternoon that Willie got an extension. Yes, it's a pun, I know. Tumbleweed crypto style. But It is good news, as Willie Boly will be playing at the City Ground next year for at least one more year. There is an option to extend by the club for a further year if they so wish to do so. And I like this deal. Yesterday I was telling you how I didn't think the Einar contract was long enough. This one, for me, is the right length, because Forest can assess it. If Willie Boly turns into Felipe, as I do worry that he might next season with injuries, etc., then Forest are under no obligation to extend the contract. But if he can stay fit, and if we can keep Murillo, he can guide him through another Premier League season, hopefully if Murillo stays, and Forest will be so much the better for it. So I'm extremely pleased, and congratulations to Willie Boly for earning an extended contract. And it is good to see that Forest are doing a lot of their business towards the start of the window. Well, we all know because they are under pressure on PSR. Now, we still don't know for sure about Arta. For sure. I'm just going to tell you guys that. I can't see any other clause in his contract that keeps him here. But god damn it if he does. He's impressive. He's impressive. But are you happy that Willie Boly is staying at the City Ground for a further year? Let me know in the comments down below. And then let's move on to silly season. Because, look, we denied if we'd even bring this up on today's video. It's not even made the start of the video because I have no faith that there's any truth in this whatsoever. But apparently, Nuno Espirito Santo has been linked to the Bayern job. I mean, what more can I say about it than that? Look, is it as crazy as it sounds? Well, yes, from the sourcing of it, it's pathetic. And people have been sharing it on social media and what have you. And like we always say here, we don't make the news, we just break it. But I just wanted to bring this up just in case any of you got caught up in this hype train. The source of it is terrible. The story itself is terrible. There is a story, the real story is about Vincent Kompany going to Bayern and discussions happening there. So, in theory, you could understand why Nuno would be a better fit for Bayern than Vincent Kompany, seeing as Kompany spent 100 million this last year and got his team relegated, whereas Nuno came in under very tough circumstances at Nottingham Forest and was able to guide them to safety despite all the odds against us this season. So could this happen? Very, very unlikely. And if it does, this guy is just absolutely thrown some spaghetti against the wall and managed to get something to stick. There's no sources whatsoever on it. Just thought we would clear that one up for you. And then the other one that's doing the rounds today is Jed Spence. Spence has been released by Spurs, as well as Tanganga, who has been linked with Forest previously. And that's got all the sentiment kicking back off in the Forest fan base. Probably including Ez, who still absolutely loves him. Now, would you take Jed Spence back is question number one. And look, I'm not going to lie, I love Jed Spence. I thought him and Jono down that right-hand side was one of the recent times best combos we've had at Nottingham Forest. Destroyed the Premier League teams we played that season as well in the Cup. But no one can seem to be able to control him. Jed Spence seems to have a serious attitude problem. Ask the Leeds fans what they thought of him. Look at what happened with him at Tottenham, and then he went out on loan as well in France. Look, as weird as this sounds, the only way I would contemplate Jed Spence back, one would be as a backup, and secondly, you would need Steve Cooper in charge. Because Steve Cooper seems to be the only one who was able to get through to him in recent times and was able to get the player out of him that we all know is there. There is no doubt at all that Jed Spence could be as good as he wants to be. I think he's got abundance of talent, but is he ready to drop whatever it is that's holding him back from there? And I don't think it can be done without Steve Cooper. I just think Steve Cooper got through to him really well. So I'm kind of on a no on this, but I do get a little nostalgic about it. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts on Jed Spence in the comments down below. And that brings you up to date with your latest Nottingham Forest news. If you've enjoyed the content and haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And go grab your tickets for the football prizes giveaway. I'll leave it for you on the end screen. We'll see you on the next video. On you Reds.